Hello YouTube! It has been a while, but if you're familiar with my page, I'm sure you already know what is going on here. This is our weekly general pick-a-card reading for August the 8th through to August the 14th, 2021. This is the Tarot of the Divine, 8 Coins Tarot, and Rider-Waite-Smith decks for those curious. I'm going to give you 10 seconds to look at the backs and decide which ones feel like they're more your style. And then we will have timestamps linked in the description. You can just go to your deck or watch them all. That's up to you. Now, without further ado, here's your 10 seconds of silence. Now. Now, without further ado, let's get into the readings.
Hello, and thanks for coming back. Group number 1, you have chosen the Tarot of the Divine. That is this back. This is your weekly reading for the week, your weekly general reading for the week of August, Sunday the 8th, through Saturday, August the 14th of 2021. This may resonate somewhat, not at all, or entirely. Don't feel bad if it doesn't resonate, or if it's only semi-resonating. It is a general reading, and not everything is going to apply the same to everybody. You can always try a different deck, a private reading, different readers, whatever you got to do. Sometimes we're just not meant to know. While you see me getting these cards set up, why not go ahead and click that subscription button if you haven't already. Ding the bell so to notify you of every time I'm on or post. I do go live twice a day, 8 to 9:30 a.m. starting time in the mornings, and around 9 p.m. Eastern time at night, except on Sundays, but you'll see that as you go. If there's anything you want to know, check the description box. I think you'll be amazed at what you can find down there, and what information is already there, and at what is on offer that people really don't take advantage of. We are almost done getting these set up. It's just going to be a little 8-card reading. It's just small. Alright. First, we have 5 of Wands. I feel like there's some competition, bickering, arguing. Nothing super serious, but enough of an irritation to be an irritation, if that makes sense. Just enough to get on your nerves and keep you kind of on shaky ground. I wouldn't worry too much about it because I think it will be putting an end to a lot of things in your life that you've been putting up with and haven't needed to. With the Tower card, this makes me feel like the universe is stepping in to remove the things that aren't serving you in life. It's stepping in to make sure you have what you're supposed to have and nothing more or less, and that's it. So perhaps all that bickering with the 5 of Wands will be to serve a purpose. 7 of Cups warns us to look beneath the surface. No matter whether it's bickering or not, whatever is going on this week, whatever offers you're given, whatever people to come around, make sure you're looking at more than just the cover, more than just what can be seen with the naked eye, that you're actually looking deep down and finding the truth behind that pretty mask that's worn to impress us all. It may not be anything bad, but you don't want to get caught. And you never know. You might miss a blessing thinking it's something that less or worse than what it really is. The Fool reminds us that no matter what's going on in life, we should have at least a little bit of optimism with every venture we take on, and always be almost childlike in our innocence. When we come to a cliff, we shouldn't be thinking, oh my God, I'm going to die, but rather, oh my God, I might fly. Once you start looking at the world in that view, I think you'll be amazed at how things change for you. Next, we have the 8 of Cups. This may be a week of trying to find what's missing. Is it time to move on? Is it something I can fix and stay here? I think a very big question is, should I stay or should I go? Whether it's relationship, work, what have you. You're happy, but there's just something not quite right, and you don't know what it is. Try talking with the person in question and seeing if maybe they can answer the question for you. Sometimes they'll be able to tell you, yes, I was holding this back, or no, you're my life. I would never do anything to you. You never know. Do remember that we're not always meant to stay with things that we build exactly as they are forever, but that doesn't necessarily mean that we're supposed to run away the second something doesn't go right either. See if perhaps this might just need some rebuilding or reorganization to get you back to where you want to be. The Five of Swords warns that there's somebody around you, maybe even yourself, who is willing to do anything to be on top. Excuse me. Many different versions of the Five of Swords are out there, but the majority of them have a man gathering up swords while beaten men walk away. This person does not care what they have to do. So long as it gets them what they want, they'll do it. Be careful with them and try and get away from them as quickly as you can. If you don't know who it is, perhaps start reevaluating the people around you. The Ace of Cups tells me that if it's anything spiritual or emotional that's making you feel on edge, to expect a blessing to remind you that those holes aren't really there. I think if you look deep, look at the people around you, and pay close attention, you'll find that there's more love, peace, and spiritual healing around you than what you were aware of to begin with. However, you will need to open up and let it in, because this Nine of Wands tells me you're really blocking everything and everyone out. Be careful of being too cold to those that you work with, those you live with, and those that you're acquainted with. You don't want to chase off your possible support system with hurt feelings when really you're just being wary. So that is the general reading I have for you this week. If you have any questions, please leave a comment below. Reach out. I'm always here. I'll get it as soon as I see it. As I mentioned earlier, I do go live twice a day. Keep an eye out for that. Membership info is also in the description box for those who've been asking about that. And I will talk to you all again very, very soon. I hope you stay safe, stay healthy, and I'll see you on the other side. Bye, guys. Hello and welcome back. Group number 2. You have chosen the 8 Coins Tattoo Tarot deck with this back. This is for your general tarot reading for the week of Sunday, August the 8th through Saturday, August the 14th of 2021. While I shuffle, I'm just going to give you a few quick tidbits. First of all, this is a general reading. That means it may resonate somewhat, entirely, or not at all. If it doesn't resonate at all, choose a different deck, perhaps a different reader, or maybe one-on-one is better for you. Just because it's a general does not mean that it can pick up everything for everybody that picks this deck. Also, while you're waiting for cards to be laid out and to be ready, why not take a second, if you haven't already, and hit that subscription button. Click the bell. Make sure you're notified whenever I'm on, posting, or live. Wow, this is almost the same reading. Hold on. If you're interested in memberships, the info is in the description under the video. There will be a link to the tarot deck there as well if you're interested in that. I make nothing off of it. It's just to help you guys. And I think that's all I have to say. So let's see if we can get these shuffled and laid out pretty quickly, since I want to show you all the cards as I speak on them. I did not mean to miss like that. Get one more card. Okay. So our first card is the Ace of Wands. There's a lot of energy flowing this week. Creative energy and fiery energy. Which means while your urge to move, make, maybe even switch careers is up and high, your irritability may rise with it. So be careful. You're going to be very focused on one thing and one thing only. And anything else is just going to irritate you until you come down from this overabundance of energy. With that being said, this week especially, balance is the name of the game, with temperance reminding you that too much of a good thing is entirely possible. Even if you're an artist and you're whipping out painting after painting that's going to make you hundreds of thousands per painting, there comes a point where you need to slow down and stop, or the value is going to be gone for what you're doing. Always remember, there can be too much of a good thing. Find balance. Take time to yourself and then time to create. It doesn't even necessarily have to be artwork either. Anything. If you're doing a project for work, doesn't matter. Temperance and balance are definitely the forefront of this week. It's going to be a very high energy, highly emotional, highly explosive week with so much going on. It's going to be so easy to overreact to the wrong person, take things out on the instant because you're so riled up by that other stuff happening. We don't want that. We don't want to see that happen. Next, I have the Magician, which reminds you that at the end of the day, you always have the power to make the changes you need to see made. It may not seem like it. It may seem hard. It may be painful. But at the end of the day, you control your life better than anything or anybody else on this earth can. Next, with the Eight of Swords, I feel like you're coming to this point where you're feeling trapped now. I almost feel like if by now you have somebody in your life who's figured out what's going on and has started trying to, quote-unquote, help you, and has just turned it even worse for you, which is now triggering this anxiety, this feeling of not knowing where you're going, etc. Just don't let it get to you. Remember, you can move forward in faith and you'll come through unscathed if you just have faith and follow your instincts without stopping to slow down and think, okay? This doesn't have to be this anxiety-filled upset that you've kind of turned it into. King of Wands. I think you're going to be a master of this energy, whether you realize it or not. Just because it seems like it's going against you from what I'm saying, really I'm just warning you about letting too much carry on at one time. Little bits here and there will definitely help you. Next is the Ten of Swords. The Ten of Swords warns of something or somebody that's not exactly what it seems, finally revealing themselves and hurting you in the process. This is something that you've poured your heart into, or someone that you've really loved, cared for, and thought of as perhaps family, perhaps already your own, whatever the case may be. However, it just got him betrayed. Make sure it's not you doing the betraying or being betrayed. If you feel like you can't trust somebody around you, now is the time to call them out and send them on their way. Finally, we have the Nine of Cups, which reminds us that no matter what, we can always manifest a bigger, better, happier life. It's right at our fingertips 24/7, 365. All we have to do is ask, and we shall receive. I hope you've enjoyed your reading. I hope that you've taken away some useful information and that you can find some peace and maybe even some excitement inside of you for the next week. I hope to see you all again soon. Until then, stay safe, stay healthy, and take care. Bye, guys. Hello, and welcome back, my patient group number 3. You guys have chosen the Rider-Waite Tarot deck for your weekly general reading for the week of Sunday, August the 8th through Saturday, August the 14th of 2021. While we're getting cards ready, let me remind you that if you haven't already, please look down and click that subscription button and ding the little bell and have it notify you for everything I post or every interaction I have with the channel. That way, when I'm live in the mornings or when I am posting a new video, you'll be notified right away. This may or may not resonate with you entirely. It may be somewhat, it may be not at all, or it may be entirely. I can't control that. It is general reading. If it doesn't resonate with you, try a different deck, a different reader, or perhaps a private reading. Anything you need to know is down in the description box, from how to get a private reading through to joining memberships, and even how to see your natal chart. Take a look when we're done. You did get a little bonus card. As everybody knows, today is 8/8, the Lionsgate portal, so I'm not surprised to see the Nine of Cups come back for you. Again, this is a card of manifestation, of wishes come true, being granted, etc. This is a card of letting the universe know what you want and how you want it and seeing it happen. So, good luck with your dreams coming true. Next, we have the Ace of Wands. Again, a reminder that everything's going to be moving. You're going to feel more creative, maybe a little itchy in your career. This could also be progress for your own business if you're an entrepreneur. And may even go so far as to be a passionate new love for some of you watching. That's the things that come to mind for me with this particular card. Next, we have strength. I don't think we realize during our day-to-day life just how much our strength is tested or how strong we are. The more we think we're weak and failures but keep pushing through, the stronger it turns out we really are inside. Weakness is actually letting yourself give up and fail because you feel weak. Strength is feeling that weakness and continuing to push through. So no matter what, if you keep pushing through and you keep carrying on, you're a strong person. Congratulate yourself. The Four of Pentacles warns against being too greedy. While it is good to reserve yourself, reserve emotions, reserve money, reserve things, make sure you're not holding on to everything so tightly that the universe almost starts to take away just to make room to give you more. When you have a proper give and take flow going, you should be able to give and receive without anything really being taken away to make room, because you're already willingly giving it out. If that's not happening, the universe will take from you to make room, and we don't want that. That's usually when we lose the things that we care about the most. The Ten of Cups tells me that at least for those with families and home lives that are up in a roar or up in a mess, you can expect things to settle down and be happy, be more comfortable and contented. There may be some people who are just now starting a family, maybe new babies coming, marriages coming up, things like that. Or this could be an old established family that's been struggling and finally getting that good day. Either way, family is going to take pride and point towards the middle end of the week. And I think you're going to find yourself feeling very blessed when you take a look around your home. Even if you and your pets are the only family that live there, you're just going to feel so satisfied with it. It doesn't matter if there's kids or another person. What matters is that you're home, you feel happy, and you have everything the way you want it. That feeling of contentment will carry you through pretty much anything. Believe that. The Wheel of Fortune reminds us that no matter what we have now, it can always be better and it can always be worse. Appreciate what you have when you have it. Even if you don't want it, you could have had worse. And most definitely, when you do want it, oh, you can lose that in a heartbeat. Keep an eye on your prize. Remember, the Wheel of Fate goes up and down, so does the Wheel of Fortune. But at the end of the day, the real winner is the one who comes out happy, fulfilled, and feeling like their own prize was the top prize. No matter whether it was a relationship, a child, or just making it through another day. The Hierophant calls for a return to spiritual health and perhaps living more traditionally at home, especially if you're in a relationship that you want to see engagements and weddings come out of and that other person's just not moving. Yeah, this is a huge call to minding the traditional, minding your spiritual health, and taking care of family and responsibilities that your role dictates you're supposed to take care of. The Hierophant is very strongly believed, the Hierophant very strongly believes that every gender has their own work, own place, etc. Keep that in mind. The High Priestess, again, is reminding us to check our intuition, listen to ourselves and our guts over anything and anybody else as much as possible, and to try and learn every secret in every situation as much as we possibly can. It may not be the greatest, but at the end of the day, it's still a little bit more knowledge than what you had when you woke up this morning. And finally, again, Temperance. Another call to not let this energy fill you up, carry you away, and sweep you off into the oblivion. It's very easy to let that happen. And we don't want to see that happen to anybody. When you feel yourself start getting swept away, make a call, have a friend come over, and just talk. It'll pass soon enough. That has been your reading. I hope you all have enjoyed. I hope to see you very, very soon. In the meantime, stay safe, stay healthy, take care of yourselves, and I will see you next time. Bye, guys.